In today's edition of Pretty as a Postcard, come with me as we journey through the rich history of the iconic Don Cesar Hotel, learning all about her style and glamour, some darker days, some spooky tales, and why the image on this postcard is still as popular today as it was almost a century ago. Long before posting on social media, postcards were the best way to share a travel destination. It was a way to show off the places we were visiting and the cool things we were doing at that given destination. The Don Cesar Hotel began its days during the lively jazz era. The hotel was known for its excitement, glamour, and unique style. It was developer Thomas Rowe who in 1924 migrated to Florida and purchased 80 acres of what is now known as St. Pete Beach. Construction began on his dream project, the Pink Palace, and the historic Don Cesar was born in 1928. Thomas Rowe named it after a character, Don Cesar de Bazan, from Vincent Wallace's opera Maritana. A grand hotel and full-service resort, the Don Cesar is located on St. Pete Beach along Florida's beautiful west coast. The hotel is like no other on Pinellas County's beaches. This coral-colored iconic landmark is the queen bee of hotels along those warm Gulf waters. Imagine lying on sugar sand beaches on a balmy day, listening to the waves of the salty water with the beautiful Pink Palace as your backdrop. The Don Cesar sits near the growing and vibrant cities of St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Sarasota. Want to hear some cool stats? The Don Cesar earned its spot as number 5 in Southern Living's Best Florida Beach Hotels. Where the beach is located, St. Pete Beach, it was ranked the number 1 beach in the U.S. by TripAdvisor in 2021. The Don, as it's known by its locals, is known for its distinctive pink color and Mediterranean revival architecture. The hotel can be seen for miles, whether you're on another nearby beach or just offshore. Many prominent and affluent people are guests of the hotel. In her early years, celebrity guests flocked to Florida and preferred to stay at this new chic hotel. Some of her famous guests included writer F. Scott Fitzgerald, gangster Al Capone, and baseball legend Lou Gehrig, just to name a few. That's not to mention, throughout the years, several presidents also stayed at the Don Cesar, from Presidents Franklin D. Roosevelt, Jimmy Carter, George Bush, to Bill Clinton and Barack Obama. Today, many musical performers on tour in the area stay at the Don Cesar, as it is one of the leading luxury hotels. It's situated on the edge of St. Pete Beach and Passigrel Beach, a quaint seaside town on the southernmost tip of Pinellas County's beaches. We'll talk more about that beach town in another video. However, in 1940, things took a turn for the worst. The Don Cesar lost its developer, Thomas Rowe, who suddenly died at the hotel at the age of 68. Some say he died in the hotel lobby, others note he died in his hotel suite. If you seek a little paranormal adventure, the guests and staff members have claimed to experience paranormal activity over the years at the Don Cesar. According to local lore, Thomas Rowe's spirit still walks the halls of his beloved Pink Palace. Guests and staff members have had ghostly sightings and reported apparitions, eerie noises, and odd sensations. This unexplained phenomena have added to the hotel's mystique. Even I went on a guided ghost tour of the Don Cesar quite a few years ago. There is certainly a sense of 100 stories, if only the walls could talk. Unbelievably, Thomas Rowe, when he died, left no will behind. His estranged wife, Mary, inherited the hotel. Over the next few years, it fell into disrepair. As the United States began to get involved in World War II, the hotel was actually purchased in 1942 by the U.S. Army for just over $400,000. It was converted into a military hospital. In 1944, the Don Cesar became a convalescence center for the United States Army Airmen, and eventually it was converted into the Veterans Administration Regional Office by the end of 1945. It is so hard to believe that this posh hotel became a government office building. It was a far cry from her early days of a dazzling destination. In 1967, the Veterans Administration began moving out of the Don Cesar to a new location nearby. And by 1969, the once grand hotel, hospital, then government office building actually sat vacant. Sitting empty, it was soon becoming an eyesore, with only vagrants and graffiti artists roaming its halls. The Grand Pink Palace was soon facing the final leg of her journey: demolition. A group of local advocates from the community who did not want to see their beloved Pink Palace torn down formed a committee called Save the Don. This grassroots effort actually kept the hotel from being demolished. Their opposition and work prevailed, and we are so grateful today for its long-standing, unique existence on the shoreline of St. Pete Beach. By March of 1972, a deal was made. William Bowman Jr., a franchise owner of Holiday Inn Hotels, purchased the Don Cesar and began a massive $3.5 million restoration. The glorious hotel reopened only 1 year later in November of 1973. In 1974, the Don Cesar becomes a member of the National Trust's Historic Hotels of America and is the only historic resort on Florida's Gulf Coast. Over the course of the next few decades, the hotel changed hands to different owners, and they've each implemented multiple renovations and updates, which now include a 4,000 square foot spa, several on-site restaurants, and a second outdoor swimming pool. The Don Cesar became a full-service spa and resort with additional suites and penthouses. You literally can stay at this resort with her own private beach and never have to leave while staying there. Hollywood has come a-calling over the years also, and has used the hotel's unique indoor and outdoor dazzling decor and architecture for several television and film productions. Films such as Forever Mine, Once Upon a Time in America, and The Infiltrator all shot scenes at the Don Cesar. Even the late rock and roll recording artist and Florida native Tom Petty from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers filmed part of MTV's Southern Accents documentary on the Rooftop. In 2023, the Don Cesar celebrated its 95th birthday. Stunning views of the Gulf of Mexico, magical sunsets, and balmy breezes are enjoyed by visitors from around the world. Thank you for coming along my journey and learning about this site with me. Maybe you'll come visit this beautiful hotel too someday. The Don Cesar, just pretty as a postcard.